This is me, Asif, and today here I'm with my friend Ina. We're recording a video today. So yeah, let's get started.
The first question is, can you
Mhm.
tell me a bit about yourself and your cultural background?
All right. So hi, my name is Asif. I'm 21 years old, and I was born and raised in Chittagong. It's a city in Bangladesh, and it's surrounded by hills, the sea, and there's a mix of like Bengali and indigenous culture as well. So, growing up here, I learned a lot about the importance of community and being flexible with like people from different walks of life. And professionally, right now, I'm working at a chain restaurant. Usually, we serve pizza. It's quite popular in my country, and we have around 20. Yeah, last week we opened another one. There's 20 outlets in the country. So because it's like spread all over the country, I have to travel a lot. I have to visit, like, I'm visiting one outlet today, then next week I'm visiting another outlet. So I get to meet like people from different background, different culture. So yeah, let's just say I often travel for work. And outside of work, I also love traveling, and it's something I'm really passionate about.
All right, so for the second question, can you describe a
Mhm.
situation where you interacted with someone from a different culture and what was the context and what stood out to you?
All right. So when I was in college, we have like some annual competition. So in one competition, I had to collaborate with some students from Japan. We had some international students as well. So while working on our project, like one thing stood out to me like really well, like how they would communicate and how they would just pause before they would answer anything. And they would like avoid saying no directly. They would never say no. They would just like avoid it saying, and they would focus on keeping the group vibe positive. And it's pretty different from usually how I interact with people or how I work. Because normally, like, if someone is requesting something from me, I would directly say no to them, but for me, it was like a different experience.
Let's move on to the third question.
Sure.
Were there any misunderstandings or challenges during that interaction? And if it's a yes, how did you handle them?
So yeah, Ina, like how I told you right now, just like they wouldn't say no to me directly. Like they would take their time to answer, but they wouldn't say no. At first, I honestly thought their silence it meant like they didn't care or they didn't have any ideas. And when I was like asking for feedback, they would say things like, "I'll think about it," or "Yeah, I'll consider it," and it confused me a lot. I was like, what is going on with them? Why aren't they giving me any answer? So, what I did was I looked up into Japanese communication styles. I spent like a whole day studying like YouTube, Wikipedia, online forum, and I found out that being indirect is actually a way of being respectful and polite. And after that, I changed how I talked, and I just changed my whole approach to them, and I started to give them like more specific questions and giving them more time to reply. And honestly, it helped a lot. But then yeah, after that we started working better as a team.
So, did you notice any cultural norms, values, or behaviors that differ significantly from your own? And how did those differences affect the communication?
Okay, so there are actually a number of things that I actually noticed. First of all, I just told you this, but they would just use indirect communication. While in my culture, we're more direct. Like, if you want to do something, we would say yes or no. But they wouldn't do that. They would be more like they would use more indirect communication in such cases. And the teamwork of them, they worked in like group harmony. They focused on that a lot. While I'm just used to everyone sharing their own opinions quickly, they don't do that. They just listen to everyone's opinion, they take their time, and then they take their decision. And like while I was talking with them and while I was working with them, sometimes they would just avoid the eye contact. And sometimes I felt like they are not interested in like collaborating with me. But when I studied about Japanese communication styles, I realized that it was actually a sign of respect. So once I realized that, I learned to be more patient and open-minded, and it really helped our teamwork.
So at the end of the day, you have figured it out about how to talk to Japanese people, right?
Exactly. No,
Okay.
it's not only like Japanese people, but like it changed my whole perspective on like how I should interact with people. You're right. Yeah.
I see. I see. I see. All right. So thank you for your time to this experience or moments. Any last words from you?
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Like I really wasn't expecting you to like ask me and help you out with your project. Like honestly, that was a shocker for me because I'm trying to hang out with Indonesian people. Like I'm trying to get to know about the culture. Sometimes I just find some similarities about our like food, language, and like attire itself. And yeah, like each day I'm just learning little and little and like trying to be better at it. So yeah, thank you so much for requesting me to be a part of your project. Thank you so much once again.
All right.